Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning for our remarkable Raider Assembly. During this assembly, we expect students to give their full attention to the speakers. And please be respectful of the students receiving their awards. We will recognize students this morning that have exhibited excellence in academics and/or school citizenship. These students have worked hard and helped ensure a positive environment at Winslow Junior High School. The awards presented this morning are for recognizing student efforts for the month of February and March. If you're presenting, please introduce the next staff member once you have finished giving your awards. And I will kick off with our first award. It goes to a staff member this morning. This staff member goes above and beyond to make students feel special. Oftentimes she can be seen giving a special handshake, a good morning greeting to reach students of all abilities. The love for the students she serves comes shining through. Mary Lou Mishu, aka Miss Lou, for these reasons you deserve the remarkable Raider Award. And to present our first student award, I invite Mrs. Burgoyne to the stage.
Good morning. Good morning. So, the student is a person that has continued to grow in his academics throughout the year. He takes great pride in his work and has really done a super job at asking for help whenever it is needed. Another way that he has grown as an academic student is by listening to class discussion and presentations and taking the time to process the information, then asking great questions or making thoughtful, relevant observations. He is also a student that is willing to give teachers a great hello or a good morning whenever he sees us. Keep up the great work, Lawson. And for our next presenter, it is Mrs. Brackett.
Wow, what a fantastic week this has been. Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket. But this week has not been about luck. This week has been based on hard work, perseverance, dedication, and students striving to do their best. On Wednesday, the STEM class attended the main Kid Win Challenge. Students have been building wind turbines to generate electricity for the past couple months. 3 schools were there, 13 different teams. Judging was based not just on the electricity produced, but also how well the teams documented their journey, what they knew about wind in general, and Maine wind industry in particular. All teams were extremely successful, but 2 of our teams took first and second place. I would like to recognize Cody St. Pierre Niedermeyer for second place.
Go, Oliver.
Okay. Another massive accomplishment this week was the final Kennebec Math Meet of the year. Now, I know math teams get kind of a bad rap, but standing in a room with 7 schools and over 160 math students willing and ready to put their math skills to the test, quite literally, is an exhilarating event. I would like to recognize Cooper Ruthier Starkey. Placing 4th in the meet, and more impressively, for placing 3rd for the entire year, not in 7th grade, but in the 8th grade division.
Okay, so Team 7's first student we'd like to recognize. This young man came to us very quiet, but has shown a great respect and understanding, and just a great classmate in general. Pays attention to detail, works on every piece of work with great care, is an engaged learner, asks great questions. This individual is a good role model for what respectful, responsible, and safe is. Team 7 would like to recognize Evan Barbaugh.
This next student is greatly admired for her sincere kindness, excellent sense of humor, and persistent willingness to try new things. Others have described the student as consistent, steady, dependable, and trustworthy. Her ability to respectfully communicate and maturely interact with peers and adults alike is unmatched. Congratulations, Fallon Susie. Team 7 has one more student to recognize. Meticulous, curious, hugely creative, entirely engaged in her learning. If there are 2 ways to complete a project, this student will explore both, and both of her efforts will show deep thinking and craftsmanship. Always polite, respectful, responsible, and safe. Addison Willette is a stellar 7th grade student, and Team 7 wishes to congratulate her for the months of February and March. And Team 8 is next.
Team 8 is recognizing this student for the positive energy he brings to our classrooms each day. This student is a true team player who will take on extra work to help his peers. He perseveres when things might not go his way, always with a smile on his face. In those times where things might not be going as planned, Scott asks quality questions to help him fully understand the concept. He uses the information he gathers. He uses the information he gathers to improve his learning. Scott's good nature makes him personable and well-liked by his peers and everyone he comes in contact with. His humor is appreciated and makes us smile often. Keep up the great work, Scott.
Classroom needs a student who can always be counted on. A student who participates fully, shares their knowledge, and isn't afraid to stick up for things they feel passionately about. For Team 8, we see this every day in this student. In and out of the classroom, she is a natural leader. She never shies away from an opportunity to help her teachers or peers. In the classroom, she is usually one of the first to complete an assignment, and the work she does is always of quality, a true testament of how she values her learning. Team 8 appreciates you and your hard work and effort, Emily Filer.
Outstanding work in all of his classes. Always an active and engaged learner, he shines in everything he does. He has learned to be a quiet leader and will work with any group he's placed in. He seamlessly leads and encourages his classmates to produce work of quality. We are most impressed with the academic risk this young man has taken this year to step out of his comfort zone to share his knowledge with others. Keep up the fantastic work, Simo Toivola.
Team 8 is recognizing this next student for her positive contributions to the 8th grade. She is a strong student who takes pride in both her learning and the work she produces. Her upbeat personality is positive and uplifting to all. Her sense of humor keeps things light, and we appreciate that about her. She is never afraid to take a risk to share her knowledge with her peers, often going above and beyond in her classroom contributions. We appreciate your incredible effort and positivity each and every day. Olivia Caldwell.
Love you, Olivia!
To recognize this young man for his willingness to always take a lead role in class discussions and activities. He has a quiet presence but is always eager to help a peer better understand a skill or a concept. This help is always given with reassurance and a genuine smile. In his classes, he's hardworking and strives to do his best. He's never afraid to ask clarifying questions to help him better understand, and he uses this information to improve his learning. His work ethic and positivity are greatly appreciated. So we recognize Colby Gibbs.
So actually, Mr. Preble and I will be presenting a few awards on behalf of some staff members that are not available until we get to Mrs. Vigny.
Mrs. Loftus is here.
Our first set of awards is on behalf of Miss Rion for the French rotation. She would like to highlight the excellence, hard work, determination in her classroom. So if these three students could please come forward and receive their certificate on behalf of Miss Rion in French. Cooper Ruthier Starkey. Lily Byers. Rex Morin. And Jacob Bureau. Congratulations, you four. Good job.
Good morning. I want to recognize two students who really show hard work, dedication, resolve, perseverance, and just all-around awesomeness in chorus. Now, it could be, honestly, almost anyone who's in chorus. But right now, at this moment in this year, these two students have stood out. Sophie Willette for 7th grade. And in 8th grade, Abby Bertone. I also teach the UA Spanish class this year, and I have a couple of students who, despite themselves, no, that's not a nice way to say that, have gone out of their comfort zone. These are people who are not ones who would normally speak out in class on purpose. Or Spanish is hard. You have to say weird things in a different language in front of people, and it's hard. And so I really just want to give these two people extra credit for working really hard and doing a fantastic job. Natalie Legassi. And Ben Powell.
Our next student is being recognized by an anonymous staff member. This young lady has gone above and beyond to help her teammates belong and be part of the team. In and out of school, she always goes out of her way to say hi to her teammates. She's a leader, compassionate, kind, helpful, and very energetic. She is someone others looked up to and went to throughout the cheerleading season. Jada Evans always...
Our next student being recognized this morning is Boston Knights. Boston has stepped up to the plate and become a role model of what a leader looks like. She does it quietly without looking for any accolades. She became an exemplary team player, showed empathy, positive inclusivity, integrity, and is an exceptional competitor. Boston truly stepped up to the plate as a leader during the cheerleading season. And Mrs. Loftus. The next group of recipients, I'll get your awards. They're down in the office. So that's Mr. Briggs' fault, not Mrs. Loftus'.
So I don't wear my glasses. So I'm just going to have to speak because I don't have my little write-up because it's in the office. Thanks, Mr. Briggs. So these two individuals are just awesome people. In PE, some kids don't like every activity, and that's okay. These two never complain. They never give me grief if they don't agree with a call. They participate in every activity, dancing, spherical avoidance, whatever it is. They're just really good people, and I want to make sure they are recognized. The first one is Jasmine Whitman. Come on up. And the next individual is awesome, and I will get your name right, even though I always call you your brother's name. John Dellinger, come on up.
You guys have been a fantastic audience. We have one more. And as I read through this, I want you to think about Winslow Junior High School and the things that we all talk about and teach about being a community and a family. So I want this write-up to resonate because I think this individual is possibly the poster child of what we want all of us to be, including us as adults. So listen closely. This young lady embodies what team spirit looks like. She always has a smile on her face, a hug for a teammate, and a kind word for someone. At one event that the cheer team had this season, this individual high-fived every single person from the other team. She always wants the best for the members of her team, wants everyone to have a great time, and to make sure everyone feels included. Brooklyn, Michigan. And that will conclude our presentation this morning.